On this week's episode of SPFL Extra, we're going to be talking about the Masters of Denial. That's right, the keepers. That's what this one's for. And if we want to know who you think the best shot stopper is in the SPFL. First up this week, guys, we're going up north and we're going to start with, on loan, Danny Ward from Liverpool, of course. Now, you've heard us talk about him many times before. A great shot stopper. He's pulled off some fantastic saves. And keeping many glorious points for Aberdeen up in the top of the half of the table. But if you don't want to take my word for it, have a look at this from this weekend against Ross County. Point blank, what a reaction save. That's all I'm going to say about this one. Hats off to you, Danny Ward. And the next up, we're going to go to Celtic, the champions. And their keeper, who all of us know well, is Cree Gordon. Obviously started off at Hearts, then a spell down south, which was not as good, not as productive. He's back up in Scotland now with the champions and playing brilliantly. Have a look at this double save. I don't think anyone thought this one wasn't going in on the second attempt, except Craig Gordon. Magnificent save. Now, the question is, Fraser Forster was playing brilliantly before he moved. Craig Gordon's playing brilliantly now. Who's playing best? Let me know. Next up, guys, we're going to drop down a few divisions and we're going to see Dunfermline. Now, they're sitting pretty in second with only Ayr United ahead of them. But the main thing we're talking about here, of course, is the keeper. And Sean Murdoch sits top of the SPFL shoutouts table with 8 clean sheets already. Mental. They've just beat Ayr United in the cup. 2 weeks from now, we've got a huge 6-pointer where they play Dunfermline, and it's going to be massive. Sean Murdoch, can he keep a clean sheet? We're going to find out. Next up, guys, we're going to Kilmarnock. Now, don't give me that look. I know Kilmarnock have shipped a lot of goals this season, but without Jamie MacDonald in net, I think things would be a lot different. He saved them on many occasions with some brilliant saves. Now, if you don't believe me, have a look at this one. Point blank range header, and he gets a strong hand to it so quick. And that save was the difference that gave him a magic 3 points to take all the way back to Killie. That was just a couple of my picks for who's the best goalie this season, but you guys have got to let me know who you think the best shot stopper is. Get your comments in below. So last week, Dougie was on and he was unboxing the brand new Serafino 4th Edge toe poker boots. Now these are really a sight to behold, so make sure if you've not seen that video, go and have a look at it. But at the end of that video, we asked you guys to tell us what boots you're wearing. So Void Plays is wearing the Nike Hypervenom blue and salmon pink boots. Some angles they look alright, but I'm not a fan of those Scotland crossbones. So McKinnis 97 is wearing the Adidas Copa Mundials, and all I'll say is they better be the white and black ones because they're absolutely classic. Now Ethan Hampton says that these boots might be his favourite boots he's ever used, and they are the Puma Evo Speed 1.3s, and all I can say is, what are those? Next is Andrew Fraser, and he's saying he's got the 2015 F50 Adi Zeros. How do we look at these? And they look a bit like snakeskin. I mean, this isn't the Old West. I'm not a fan of these boots. Next, it's Logan HD and Gregor Stephen, who are calling back to the Nike Tiempos. Now these were some boot back in my day. I loved playing with these back in playing Wally and everything. Amazing boot. Next is Grant Finlayson commenting with the Adidas Predator Instinct boots. Now I love that, the normal Predators, but the Instincts, they're not going to give you any Spidey powers. I'm afraid that's all we've got time for this week, guys, but remember, this is a show by the fans, for the fans, so we need you to get all your comments in below for next week. And I was asking you, who do you think the best keeper is in the SPFL this season so far? So remember, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe on YouTube. I'll see you next week, guys. Yes!